I like when you say Correa, you add like a little bit of accent.
Correa.
Going and welcome back to another video. I am joined by Zach, and we have some late baseball news that has totally came out of left field as Carlos Correa and the Minnesota Twins are in agreement on a 3-year, $105.3 million contract that includes opt-outs after the first 2 seasons. You actually called me as I was about to fall asleep and told me that Correa had signed with a new team. And I don't think Minnesota was on either of our minds when we were assuming that Correa was going to find somewhere other than Houston to play.
$105 million for 3 years. That is a lot of money. And to play in Minnesota, I mean, in that division, I expect Carlos Correa to use that opt-out potentially first year.
Dude, I think the first thing that stands, so they trade Donaldson, right? Which now makes sense because he has a big contract. But I never expected them to go out and sign somebody like Carlos Correa. I think baseball fans always were kind of hoping Correa would leave the Astros because that would just make Houston not as good as they currently are. I can live with Minnesota. Obviously, there was a few teams that as a Cubs fan, I always wanted to sign with the Cubs. Then we made some moves where that wasn't going to happen. Then I feared maybe the Cardinals, or God forbid, there was a time with the Dodgers.
There is one other player who is out there that has said that he is interested in a position change in Trevor Story. I mean,
could you imagine?
We've seen duos team up.
Yeah,
and Corey Seager in Texas. We've seen people do this in the past.
Could he not? Did he just not get the long-term contract he was looking for? There is a 1-year opt-out, so maybe he's just kind of betting on himself here that he has a crazy season and then somebody gives him an insane amount of money. Also, there was a lot of really, really good shortstops available this year. He was still the #1 free agent signing. Like, he was the one that everyone wanted. But Carlos Correa to the Twins we're recording this at 11 o'clock our time. We're in Arizona, so we're on the West Coast. So this news is dropping. It's 1 a.m. in Texas, and it's 2 a.m. on the East Coast. Yeff Passan has just totally ruined what I had planned for a good night's sleep. Also, I want to quickly talk about the Nick Castellanos deal. Gets 5 years, 100 million?
5 years, 100 million, yeah.
5 years, 100 million. We were talking about the Phillies outfield might be the best in terms of offensive. That it's a juggernaut, especially for a team that has not been able to do what they've wanted to with Bryce Harper in his prime.
Yeah, I mean, you team up Harper, Castellanos, and Schwarber. I mean, come on.
They're going to be mashing home runs.
That trio could go for 100 home runs to combined.
Yeah, I still think the Braves are the favorite to win that division, but they could be a dangerous wild card team. Now, speaking of the Braves, Zach, Kenley Jansen, do you want to talk about this? What is your thoughts?
Kenley, I just want to say this. California love. You'll always have my heart. The amount of time that I love you, Kenley. That's all I gotta say.
I feel like you had a little bit of an up and down relationship over like 2 years ago, as you normally do with your closer, but overall,
yeah.
You know,
12 years.
That's a long time.
12 years, and Kenley love, California love. Song come out for his outro, and just I'm gonna miss you, Kenley. That's all I'm gonna say.
I can just imagine all the Twins fans, right, that have been shit talking Correa over the past 2 years that suddenly have just totally switched. That's the one thing I think of. But anyway, guys, make sure you do check out Zach. He streams down on Twitch every single night, and he opens trading cards, so I would link him down below. Check him out, and until next time, we will talk to you guys soon. Peace.